Welcome to my views and news. A complete operational situation report from Sudan. What is happening? A new ceasefire could be announced in coming hours, which will came into effect on Thursday, which will come into effect on Thursday, reportedly. Secondly, Shamsuddin al-Kabashi, number two man in Sudanese army, was interviewed by an Egyptian news outlet, and he made some revelations. Which countries are providing support to the rapid support forces? Will Sudanese army sit with Houthi? What did he say? Thirdly, your Sudanese army and rapid support forces have issued separate statements accusing each other of attacks on civilians. RSF is claiming to have shot down another MiG. RSF has shot down several MiGs of Sudanese Air Force so far, but all these MiGs have been shot down in statements. Why is there no evidence on the ground? And secondly, Rapid Support Force has released some prisoners in Kordofan. Firstly, viewers, another ceasefire is going to be announced in coming hours. On Thursday, a new longer ceasefire is going to be announced, reportedly. South Sudan's foreign minister announced that warring parties to the conflict, Rapid Support Forces and Sudanese Armed Forces, they have agreed on a 7-day ceasefire starting from Thursday. From Thursday till the next 7 days, the ceasefire will come into effect, reportedly. Though we have not seen any official confirmation from Rapid Support Force or Sudanese army so far. In coming hours, we could see statements from the two sides, but no written statement issued so far by the RSF. But South Sudan's government claims the two parties have agreed to send their representatives for talks in Juba. A few days ago, IGAD announced an initiative. It asked the two parties, Burhan and Houthi, to nominate representatives for talks in Juba. Sudan's army agreed. Rapid support forces remained silent. Now, South Sudan's government claimed the two parties have agreed to send representatives, but official confirmation from Rapid Support Forces and Sudanese Armed Forces is awaited. But ceasefires, we are seeing ceasefire after ceasefire announcement, but actually no ceasefire on the ground. Airstrikes ongoing, clashes ongoing, both sides confirming airstrikes, confirming anti-aircraft, use of anti-aircraft weapons, use of clashes. So where is ceasefire, by the way? Secondly, Shamsuddin al-Kabashi, Sudanese army general, he is the top man after al-Burhan. He was interviewed by an Egyptian news outlet, and there he made some revelations about which countries are providing support to the Rapid Support Forces. He said Niger and West African countries supports reinforcements and support to Rapid Support Forces have been destroyed by Sudanese army. He said outsiders are supporting Rapid Support Forces. Sudanese military will keep on taking action. So it means we saw some pictures of fighters from other countries, especially from Niger, and some said Chad as well, that they were part of the Rapid Support Forces. But can we say that any West African countries are supporting RSF? It's difficult to say. The supplies RSF is receiving from West Africa could be provided by some groups based there. Secondly, Shamsuddin al-Kabashi announced that Sudanese army would not sit with Houthi. He said Houthi is a criminal. He's a tool being used to destroy Sudan. Talks can only be held for truce. And he confirmed about talks in Jeddah. Talks will be held in Jeddah, but not for any give and take with Houthi. Talks will only focus on a truce for humanitarian situation improvement. He said Sudanese army cannot bombard residential neighborhoods in Khartoum. That is why rapid support forces are there. Sudanese armed forces, they have the capability to launch airstrikes on RSF bases in Khartoum, but Sudanese army wants to ensure that civilians are not killed in the airstrike. That is why rapid support force members are still there in Khartoum. So basically he announced that no talks with Houthi. But I found his stance a little difficult to understand. I mean, if you are negotiating about truce, it means you are negotiating with Houthi. If you don't want to sit with Houthi, how can you reach a truce? So this is just an official position of Sudanese army. Otherwise, they'll have to sit, and they might be in touch. And if you remember, some sources reported that they held some indirect talks, and they were due to hold direct talks yesterday, reportedly, on Tuesday. And that is why maybe we're seeing announcement of a new ceasefire coming in coming hours. So they are talking, but army's official position that it won't sit with Houthi. The two sides are making tall claims. Sudanese army issued a statement a few hours ago saying that operational situation in the country is stable, fighting only in capital Khartoum. Here, according to Sudanese army, rapid support force movements have been seen. They are trying to get reinforcements. They are looting banks. They are looting petrol stations, and they are attacking civilian neighborhoods. They are shelling civilian neighborhoods too. Rapid support forces issued a statement as well. RSF claimed to have shot down another MiG of Sudanese armed forces yesterday. Does RSF have any capability to shoot down aircraft? RSF only have anti-aircraft guns, ZU-23-2, and man-pads, man-portable air defense systems. These man-pads, ZU-23-2 anti-aircraft guns, they can target low-flying helicopters, aircrafts. But rapid support forces don't have any weapon to target aircraft flying at high altitude. Several MiGs have been shot down by rapid support force in statements. No confirmation, no debris found so far. If airstrikes are being conducted on Khartoum, Bari, Umdurman, and rapid support force fighters are hitting planes, where is the debris? Because rapid support force members are all over Khartoum. They're in Bari, they're in Umdurman. They have not shared a single picture or video confirming a hit of an aircraft. So we don't have any visual confirmation that rapid support forces have been able to shoot down aircraft of Sudanese armed forces, but claims are coming. Secondly, in North Kordofan, rapid support forces have released 27 Sudanese armed forces POWs after mediation by local elders. RSF confirmed in a statement a few hours ago that it has released 27 POWs. Local mediation working there. Local mediation working in North and South Darfur as well, not in West Darfur. But we saw that when fighting started in Nayala, in Al Fashir, local elders, they intervened and they managed to bring the two sides to a sort of ceasefire largely holding in both North and South Darfur. In North Kordofan as well, local tribal elders playing the role, and members of Sudanese army taken prisoner by RSF have been released. Meanwhile, a laboratory of Sudanese health department was seized by Rapid Support Force members a few days ago. After that, WHO issued a statement warning that isolates of cholera and others were stored, and if not properly handled, it could lead to biological disaster, as technicians had been expelled from the laboratory. Now, RSF said that Sudanese armed forces have launched an attack on this laboratory, and it could be a threat, a biological threat. RSF attacked the laboratory, and now it is Sudanese armed forces' turn to take back the laboratory, it seems. And lastly, Rapid Support Force fighters claim that they have seized a factory in Khartoum. Factory was manufacturing uniforms of Rapid Support Force members. Uniforms are being used by pro-Sudanese army elements. So they are committing crimes while wearing RSF military uniforms. This is part of propaganda. Whenever RSF wants to deny involvement in any crime, they say that the crime was committed by Sudanese armed forces, their members, their supporters clad in RSF uniforms. We have been seeing that. And the other side has been using the same narrative. They have been denying involvement in any civilian deaths. They say no airstrikes on civilian neighborhoods, but airstrikes happening. Both have no regard for human life. Both are destroying Sudan. They're destroying Sudanese infrastructure. Buildings are being destroyed. Electricity cut off. Water supplies cut off. Hospitals ravished. Educational institutions are destroyed. Sudan is being destroyed by these two parties hungry for power, for more power. Thank you for watching.